Clock yet. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is 1 o'clock on Friday. It is time for our What the Health is Wrong with You series today. So, all of you, come on in and join me. You know, every Friday I have a great conversation to share with you about your health. That's why the title is called What the Health is Wrong with You. So, come on in and join me for today's session. Today, I have a topic that you all have been asking me about to talk about. And the title we're talking about is the shocking truth about your hair loss. So if you are someone who have experienced hair loss or is experiencing hair loss, I want to share with you the connection of your hair loss with your health. I want to explain it to you because you are being misinformed about why you are experiencing hair loss. You are being misinformed about why your scalp is inflamed. You are being misinformed about why your hair is thinning. So I need you to stay here. If you're scrolling through your phone and you see my face, I need you to stop and say, oh, who's this? Let me listen to what she has to say. Because I have some things that when I tell you this, you're going to go, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. I need you to get your pen and your paper and to take some notes. So for all of you who don't know me, my name is Debbie Williams, and I am a board certified nutritionist, and I am an educator for everything health-wise. I talk about liver health, I talk about kidney health, I talk about gut health, and I talk about hair and skin health. That relates to everything that goes on in your body, and that relates to every problem you have. Most of our health issues, the underlying cause is our gut and our liver. And so when we are talking about hair loss problems, I need you to understand the underlying cause, and 95% of these problems, it's relating to your gut and it's relating to your liver. So today I am going to explain the shocking truth about hair loss. And I want to talk about hair loss because it is something that affects so many of us, but it isn't often talked about openly. Most of us who have experienced hair loss, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to share it with anyone. That's why you're wearing hats, you might be wearing wigs, different types of things to cover it up. But today I want to talk about it openly because I'm a board certified nutritionist, but I got my start 20 some odd years ago as a cosmetologist. And I was supposed to renew my license. Today is August the 2nd. And I still hold my cosmetology license. The month flew by. And I will continue to hold that because the majority of people, all of you who have found me, most of you have found me because you were experiencing hair loss. My background goes back to helping you understand hair loss and helping you grow back your hair naturally. I've been doing that now for years. I am known on all social platforms as Ask Debbie About Hair, but now it's Ask Debbie About Hair and Health. Because in my journey of helping millions of people with their hair, the root cause is the health. It's a situation where I always want people to understand you cannot treat hair loss, hair thinning, scalp problems, dandruff externally. You have to start treating it internally because your hair is a living cell. Just like your body and everything is a living cell. Your hair is alive internally. The hair that's on your head that you can see, feel, and touch is dead. But inside, it's alive. It dies once it grows through the follicle and starts coming through and hits our air. That's when hair dies. But as long as it's underneath the scalp and it's within the bulb, it is alive. So I want to share with all of you who are experiencing hair loss, you are not alone. And today I am going to tell you some things that's going to blow you away. It might make you cry because you're going to go, nobody told me that before. Why didn't my doctor tell me this? And I don't need you to be hating on your doctor. I'm a holistic practitioner, and please understand it's very different from medical doctors. We do things different. Anyone that's in the holistic realm, Our goal is to find a natural way to recover whatever the problem is. Our medical doctors, their goal is to treat the symptom and write a prescription. That's not what we do in our holistic world. We get to the root cause of the problem and then we solve it. And how we solve it is by using what God put on the earth for us. Food is medicine, and that's the medicine that everyone in the holistic realm, whether it's a naturopathic doctor, holistic doctor, or herbalist, our goal is to use food as medicine to treat whatever issue we're having. So the first thing I want to tell you all is understanding the root cause is the first step to addressing the issue of hair loss and reclaiming your healthy hair. There's so much misinformation out there about hair loss. And one I want to share is for all of you who may have been diagnosed with CCCA, which basically is scarring alopecia. Many of you have been told that through a dermatologist, through another doctor, that you have scarring alopecia, which means your hair will never grow back. I'm here to tell you that is not always the case. I have had people who have come through my clinic who have been told that they had scarring alopecia and to this day has a full head of hair. So what we did, or what I did more or less, is I do certain tests in my practice. One is I look at your gut health, because your hair loss could very well be because your gut is disrupted. There's hormonal imbalance within your body. There's something going on there. So we do a gut test, and then I do something else called a hair mineral analysis. So your hair tells the story of your life. Taking samples of your hair, sending it to a lab, a specific lab, it brings back results of what is going on inside the body. Well, if you're having hair loss, for me, as a practitioner, I'm not going to want to assume what I think you have and write you out or tell you to go get some supplements and biotin and all that there. No, I'm going to go, let's look internally on what your body is saying, because your body is talking to you. Hair loss is just a symptom of your body's way of telling you, look, I got some issues going on. I may have a vitamin deficiency. I might be low in iron. I might need some magnesium. I may be low in some vitamin D. How about you help me out? But most of you don't know that. So when you are experiencing hair loss, the first thing most people do is, one, you panic and then you stress. The second thing you do is you look for quick fixes. A fast solution. People often turn to the internet for miracle cures, shampoos, or treatments that's going to promise to stop your hair loss overnight, which that's never worked. And then the next thing most people do when they finally see that they have hair loss is they try new hair products. And the thing is, you start switching hair products that claim to stimulate growth or thicken your hair. And in most instances, they don't do the job. And then the next step is most people will start looking online for some DIY, some home remedies to how to grow your hair back. And in those instances, most of the time, that doesn't work officially. Then the last result, if you're experiencing hair loss, is you go and consult a professional. So you usually go see a dermatologist. I have something on my lip. You usually go see a dermatologist, or you'll go see a trichologist. But who you need to see when you are having hair loss problems is a nutritionist. Actually, you need to see a nutritionist for any pain or problem you have, because your problem is the body is lacking nutrients. And so a nutritionist, I think that we are people who, you guys only look at us when you're dieting and want a new way of eating or a meal plan. But you have to understand, a nutritionist, they are some of the smartest people, and I'm not just talking about myself, but we understand nutrition. You see, your body functions off of nutrition. You can't survive without it. And what is nutrition? Nutrition are the minerals and the vitamins you get from the foods you eat. That's what sustains you. You cannot live without minerals. You cannot live without vitamins. And guess what? Your body cannot produce minerals. And in most instances, your body cannot produce most of the vitamins that it needs. So a nutritionist who talks about nutrition is going to guide you in a way of helping your body get back what it is lacking. So again, when you are experiencing hair loss, you can see a dermatologist, nothing wrong with that, and definitely see a trichologist. My background is trichology also, but you definitely need to add a nutritionist on your list of people, on your list of professionals to see when you are experiencing hair loss, or you are experiencing skin problems, you're experiencing gut issues, liver issues, high blood pressure. See a nutritionist also, because they're going to tell you the foods that you need to eat, the foods that you need to stay away from, the foods that is going to supply you with the with the medicine that you need, that natural medicine. So that's one of the things that I wanted to explain to you, that's what most people do first. They do that. So let's go into what are nutritional deficiencies, because that's what this is about. The shocking truth about your hair loss is, in most instances, you are experiencing a nutritional deficiency. Your body is lacking something that it needs to survive. And because hair is what we would call a non-essential tissue, when you are nutritionally deficient, when you eat a food that has the nutrients and vitamins your body needs, your organs is like, yeah, hair, you won't be getting none of this today because I'm going to need this first. So your body will take the nutrients first. Your lungs, your kidneys, your heart, your brain, your organs and glands will take the nutrients first. And then whatever's left over, they're like, here you go, hair. You can have some of this, but I need it first. And so this is why you will lose hair if your body is nutritionally deficient. And so again, a nutritional deficiency is when your body is lacking, or your body is not getting enough of the vitamins and minerals it needs to function properly. So now I wanted to go on to explain to you the connection of hair loss and a nutritional deficiency. So like I mentioned, hair is what I would say it's sensitive to nutritional deficiencies because it's a non-essential tissue. And your body is like, yeah, get to the back of the list, get to the back of the line for minerals. But there are specific minerals that your hair needs for survival. Iron is one of them. If you are lacking in iron, you will most definitely start losing hair. And many people are iron deficient. If you are anemic, if you have been told that you have anemia, anemia is a lack of iron. And basically, iron plays a major role in providing oxygen to the body. But the hair cells need oxygen too. So what happens is iron is vital for producing hemoglobin, which carries the oxygen to your cells. And when you are low on iron, your hair will tend to thin because your hair follicles aren't getting enough oxygen to grow. So that's one thing to consider. Your hair loss could very well be because you are low in iron. So what do you think? Should I just go and run in and buy an iron supplement? No, I need you to stay through this video because I'm going to share with you some very important things you need to do before you go start buying supplements like iron supplements and even biotin, because that's also one thing that many people do when they start losing hair. They run and they go get biotin because that's what everyone says. And biotin is necessary for hair growth, but you can also overdose on biotin. And if you take too much biotin and your body doesn't need it, now you're about to set a domino effect and start some other health issues because you're giving your body something that is like, listen, I didn't need this biotin. Now you're giving me all this biotin. Now I'm going to have some other issues. So it's always best to know what your body needs and not just guess. And that's where the other test that I do in my practice called a hair mineral analysis comes in, because I take samples of your hair and we send it into a specific lab. And that lab comes back with a report that tells me everything I need to know about the inner workings of you. It's telling me about your vitamins. It's telling me about the lack of minerals. It's also telling me what toxins you may have in your body. This is so very important to put you back on a health journey to recover your hair. And so the other vitamin that if you are losing hair, you may be deficient in vitamin D. Now, I've done a video a while ago. I'm gonna leave a description here, a link to the vitamin D video. It is an amazing video that is going to blow you away about all of the things that could be going wrong in your body, but it is because of a vitamin D deficiency. One thing that people don't understand, the minerals in your body could very well be the reason why you are suffering with whatever issue you have, from a headache all the way down to hemorrhoids. It could be because there is a deficiency lacking in the body. And this is where that hair mineral analysis test comes in. It's amazing. I personally do it 1 or twice a year, just so that I can keep up with my body system. But I wrote some information down on vitamin D that I don't want you to miss, because I want to explain to you how powerful vitamin D is. I hope I kept it here for you for my vitamin D. Vitamin D. Where's my vitamin D? Okay, did I not? Okay, I got my notes. So here's what I want to tell you about vitamin D and the role that vitamin D plays in your hair loss and hair growth. So vitamin D is important for hair growth. And if you are deficient in vitamin D, now your hair can't grow as well, and you are going to start experiencing hair loss. Now, statistically, many of us have been told that we were vitamin D deficient. And when our doctors have told us that we were vitamin D deficient, no one ever told you why you were vitamin D deficient. It's just your test came back and you're deficient in vitamin D. So you can go buy some over-the-counter vitamin D supplements, and that's also literally the wrong answer, because all supplements are not created equal. Many times you're buying these supplements, your body is not absorbing it. That's one of the reasons why you're nutritionally deficient in the first place. Your body is not absorbing what it needs. Your body is what we would call going through malabsorption issues. Malabsorption means the body is not absorbing what it needs to have. And so if you are already deficient and then someone says, go take these supplements, tell me what's going to happen. Your body's not going to absorb those supplements. So for many of you who have been taking hair vitamins and you've noticed that your hair still hasn't grown much, it is because it's probably a lack of nutrients in the body. There's something blocking your body from being able to absorb nutrients. So no matter what you take, it's not going to absorb the nutrients well until we fix the issue that's blocking your body from being able to absorb nutrients in the first place. And this is what I want to bring to light today. There are specific steps involved. It is not just, okay, let me take some supplements to help my body. If you're lacking, if you're deficient, no matter what you do, supplements is not going to work until we get to the root cause of why your body is not taking the nutrients. But let's talk about, let me go back to vitamin D, and it's all going to come full circle. I'm going to explain to you what is actually really causing your body not to absorb the nutrients and what is really causing the hair loss and so much. So you got to stay here to hear it all. But for one, vitamin D is involved in the hair follicle cycle. So our hair goes through 3 stages: the anagen stage, the catagen stage, and the telogen stage. The anagen stage is the stage that our hair goes into where it just continuously grows. Then it goes through another stage called the catagen stage. And that's the catagen stage where the hair is kind of starting to slow down a little bit, because the hair is a cell that dies just like all the cells in our body. And so that cell is starting to slow down because it's getting ready to go through a recycle stage. And then we have the telogen stage. The telogen stage is where we actually will lose that hair. But you understand, when we lose that hair, the cycle begins again. So another hair is coming up right underneath it to the point where you wouldn't even know that you've lost a hair because of the follicle stage. Well, vitamin D plays a major role in that follicle cycle. And if you are deficient in vitamin D, then it will not allow your hair to prosper in the anagen stage. And the hair cells won't activate. The new hair cells, the whole system just kind of goes haywire. Vitamin D also has something that we call the vitamin D receptors. And these receptors in vitamin D help regulate the growth cycle of your hair. Well, if you are vitamin D deficient, then the receptors aren't working. One of the reasons why you are experiencing hair loss. Vitamin D also plays a role in our immune system. A well-functioning immune system is crucial for vitamin D to play its role for a healthy hair follicle and also to prevent hair loss. What else I have here? Oh, here's one thing that's very important about vitamin D. Vitamin D has anti-inflammatory properties. So If you have a healthy amount of vitamin D in your body system, it reduces inflammation in the scalp. Many people have scalp inflammation. So here's what I want to share with you. If your scalp is inflamed a lot, it is likely you are deficient in vitamin D, because vitamin D has anti-inflammatory properties, and it works well. It gives the scalp a more favorable environment for hair growth. And again, if you're lacking in vitamin D, that won't happen. Vitamin D also helps to regulate your hormones that affect hair growth, including thyroid hormone. So many of you who have been told that your thyroid is not functioning properly, maybe you have been told that you have your hypothyroid or hyperthyroidism, you have to consider vitamin D. And if your doctor did not look at your vitamin D with your thyroid condition, because here's a little tip for you. The reason why your thyroid may be inactive in the first place could be because of a vitamin D deficiency. So the point I'm bringing here is I want you to understand the power of a vitamin. It's not just the body needs vitamins. Well, these vitamins play a specific role in many organs and glands in your body. And thyroid issue is a big topic. As a matter of fact, I did a video a while ago, but I think it's time for me to do a new video for thyroid issues, because so many people are struggling with a thyroid issue, don't know what to do with it. Doctors have told them, you're on the border, you kind of got a thyroid issue, you kind of don't know. That doesn't make sense. Either you do or you don't. But what it is when we go to our doctors and they check your thyroid, they check it based off of a rating scale, I would say. And based off of where you are on that scale, they will tell you, yeah, your thyroid is looking good. Your thyroid, we're going to watch you for the next 3 to 6 months. In the meantime, that thyroid is having some issues. And the thyroid, by the way, is a butterfly-shaped gland that sits right here at the base of your neck. And it has a lot to do with a lot of your daily functionalities. So many things, from your moods to your weight. If you're gaining weight a lot and don't know why, it could very well be your thyroid. But remember, when we talk about the thyroid, the root cause could very well be the vitamin D deficiency. Now, vitamin D also has a lot to do with how calcium absorbs in your body. And calcium is very important for hair growth. So if we're lacking in vitamin D, then we are going to have hair loss issues. Now, I was addressing the vitamins and the minerals that is needed for hair. So we mentioned iron is very important for hair growth. We mentioned vitamin D for hair growth. Here's another vitamin that's so important for hair growth, so overlooked, so misdiagnosed, and it's B12. If any of you have like, oh my God, I was told that I have a B12 deficiency. But again, when they tell you you have a B12 deficiency, they just tell you to go get some supplements and send you on your way. Wrong answer. Studies show that about 30% of, no, well, I'll jump into that later, but 30% of people who are B12 deficient are also people who experience depression and mood swings. B12 plays so many important roles with not just hair, but our overall health. And this is the part I wanted to share with you. People who have been diagnosed with depression, or people who have been diagnosed with mental health issues, studies have shown that it was a deficiency, or it is a deficiency of B12 that is causing this. So the person, and if this is you, you're not crazy. It's a deficiency in your B12. And what I was sharing was there was a study that shown that up to 30% of patients hospitalized for depression were B12 deficient. And after they gave them more B12, the depression subsided. So these are the things that we need to look at and consider. But B12 is a very important vitamin when it comes to the health of our hair. B12 actually, what it does, it helps with, well, how do I say this? Let me see if I can say it in a way that you guys can understand. Our hair follicles, they divide quickly. And B12s help with that division, how the cells grow and divide. B12 is also crucial for the formation of red blood cells. Healthy red blood cells are necessary to carry oxygen and nutrients to the hair follicles. So again, Remember, iron helps with the oxygen, but B12 also does too. So when we are deficient in B12, we are going to lose hair because it's not able to help with the carrying of the oxygen, and the oxygen is bringing the nutrients to the follicle. B12 also, just like vitamin D, has anti-inflammatory properties. So if you are a person, again, that's dealing with an inflamed scalp, it could very well be because of vitamin D deficiency and a B12 deficiency. B12 also has a lot to do with hair's pigmentation. A B12 deficiency has been associated with prematuring gray. So if you gray early, it could very well be you are deficient in B12. And please understand, everything that I'm sharing is backed by scientific evidence. This is not me just coming to these conclusions. This is the facts that I'm sharing with you. B12 is also crucial for energy metabolism, and adequate energy is necessary for hair growth. And there's so many other things that B12 actually helps for your hair, but just knowing that if you are deficient in B12, you may see an increased hair shedding, hair thinning, scalp pain, scalp inflammation, and overall hair loss. Now, I wanted to address biotin for a moment because many of you, that's all you know is for your hair loss issue to go take some biotin supplements. And biotin is fine. Biotin is also a part of the B complex family. It's actually B7. And biotin is very essential for your hair, but biotin alone is not going to recover your hair. So let's talk about the problem. I want to talk about how nutritional deficiencies disguise themselves. So many of you on this call may be nutritional deficient and you don't know it, but there are ways that it disguises itself and you don't know that. And let me share that with you. So for an example, fatigue and weakness is often mistaken for you just being overworked and tired, but that's a B12 and vitamin D deficiency. Brain fog and memory issues, that's normally a vitamin D issue, a B12 issue, or a deficiency in omega-3 fatty acids. Muscle cramps and joint pain, that's normally a deficiency in magnesium, a deficiency in calcium, a deficiency in vitamin D. All of these you could be diagnosed as having this when it really is just your minerals or your vitamins that is the problem. Here's a big one. Dry, flaky skin can be a sign of a vitamin A deficiency. Our skin needs vitamin A to be healthy. Our skin also needs essential fatty acids. So why am I sharing this with you as a nutritionist? Oh, thank you, Robin. You like my dress. Thank you. Why am I sharing this with you all? Because hair loss and skin problems, when it affects you, it affects more than just your hair. It affects your body. It affects your mind. It affects your spirit. It affects everything about you. And over the years, I always felt I have to do something about it. And I think that's why I've been on this crusade to share with as many people as I can how to keep your hair healthy. Because no matter whether we show our hair, we wear our hair, we want our hair. That's the bottom line. And when let's just say you are a person, and these wigs nowadays are so fabulous, you wearing this beautiful wig and you put on your makeup and you go out and you look beautiful. But when you come home and you take that wig and you slide it off and you look in the mirror, that depression sinks in. I don't want that. I want you to know that it's not you. It's something going on in your body. And it's time that you take the initiative to see what's going on in your body. And I'm going to share with you some initiatives that you can take, because many of you will say, well, I've been to a doctor. The doctor told me nothing's wrong. Well, I'm going to change that theory. I'm going to tell you a little more. But let's go into how do people become deficient. This is very important because we're talking about nutritional deficiencies and people are going, so how did I become nutritional deficient? I eat good. I eat healthy. I eat plant-based. I'm a vegan. All of that doesn't matter. Here's the things. Let's talk first about poor diet. If you are eating a poor diet, and every last one of you who eat poor, you know exactly who you are. You know. So if you eat poor and you know you got pains and problems and hair loss and acne, face breaking out and all kind of stuff, Don't ask any questions because you already know the answer. Your diet plays a role in that. But diet has a lot to do with how your body absorbs nutrients. The other thing in your body is digestive issues. Conditions like celiac disease and Crohn's disease and IBS. All of these types of diseases can interfere with nutrient absorption. But it's not just those diseases that can interfere with it. Chronic stress can also cause your body not to be able to absorb nutrients well. Why? Because stress increases the demand for certain nutrients and can lead into a deficiency. So when the body goes into stress, what happens is the adrenal comes in, cortisol comes out. Now more nutrients is needed to balance the adrenal glands. So this is how, when you are stressed, you can actually, thank you for the rose, Julia, you can actually cause a nutritional deficiency. And some people go, well, I'm stressed, and and I know it's easier said than done for me to say, listen, you can handle that stress, you can maintain that stress. But I'm telling you, there are specific foods that I use in my programs with my patients that can help with stress, anxiety, depression. When I tell you food is medicine every day, all day. And just taking the right foods can change your whole perspective on life, can change your whole mood, can change how you feel, how you think. You may even start to like your spouse again just from changing your diet. Another reason why a person can become nutritionally deficient is from medications. And this is a big one. Many medications can interfere with how your body absorbs nutrients. Let me give you a prime example. If you are a person and you have been diagnosed with high blood pressure, your doctor may have prescribed for you a medication that has something in it called a calcium blocker. Well, a calcium blocker is blocking your calcium. And think about this. The body needs the calcium. God put that calcium in our bodies for a reason. Or God put the use of calcium for the body. But if you're taking a calcium blocker, it might be managing your high blood pressure, but now your body is not getting the calcium that it so badly needs. And now the interaction are other issues for you. And hair loss is one of them. But when our bodies cannot absorb the calcium, it affects us because calcium is not just for bones and teeth. Calcium has a lot to do with your heart. Calcium has a lot to do with your neurological system. Calcium is a big dog in regards to your hair, not just your hair, but your body. And so a person who is taking medicine for high blood pressure, your medicine could very well be a calcium blocker. So take a look at the medicine. And if you think, here, I didn't put my list out for when the body can't absorb calcium. Jay, can you print that out for me so that I don't miss anything? These are some of the things I'll come back to that. If your body's not absorbing calcium well, most of the time you are a person who you can go from 0 to 10 in 2 seconds. You get pissed off real easy and you just think it's you, but it's not you. It's because that calcium is not being absorbed in the body to help the body do its task. And now you are irritated all the time, and you don't want to be around people. People don't want to be around you, but it's not you. It's because the body is not being able to get what it deserves. Aging is also another reason why we would be experiencing nutrient deficiencies. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients, even, if you have the best diet. So that's the thing. So here's the last two, to me, is very important on why a person would be experiencing a nutritional deficiency: toxins. I need to do a whole video on toxins. And understand the video is going to be about 45 minutes long, and you better stay to the end because it's going to tell you some things that you didn't know that's going to help you. So let me share with you. Many of us, I would say 98% of us, are carrying around toxins in our body and don't know it. So what are toxins? Aluminum, mercury, arsenic, cadmium. These are a lot of the things that we are carrying around and don't know it. Aluminum, just so you know, studies and research have shown that aluminum, a buildup of aluminum in the body, is one of the factors for dementia and Alzheimer's. Aluminum also, what I also want you to know, a lot of it are in some of the shots that you get. But aluminum is a factor for our brain. And so we need to be aware of the aluminum around us and the things that we are using that has aluminum, because it's seeping into our body system. And aluminum is dangerous to the body. So toxins like aluminum, toxins like mercury, toxins like arsenic can block your body from absorbing the nutrients that it so badly needs. And in return, it can cause hair loss, which is the topic we're discussing today, but it can cause bigger health issues than just hair loss. From autoimmune issues, from your diabetes, from high blood pressure, to inflammation, to chronic pain, joint pain, to migraines. All of these things could very well be because we are carrying around toxins and don't know it. Here's something else that I want to share with you: parasites. I did a video on parasites. I want you guys to, Jay, leave the link for them to watch that parasite video that I did. Ooh, I'm about to do a program to help people learn how to remove and cleanse their body from parasites. But the parasite issue is bigger than what we all know. No, it is not happening in other countries. Right here, many of us have parasites in our body and don't know it. And when I say many of us, I can't even give you the statistics without having the official paperwork, but it's big. We are a parasite growing society and don't know it. Parasites affect our mind, our brain, our gut. It affects so much. And my parasite cleanse program is one that I'm going to promote hard and strong because I want people to know more about parasites. And I'm going to share this with you really quickly, and it'll be in my report. Parasites, studies are showing that these cancers that we are coming up with, cancers are coming up all over the place. It's because of parasites in the body. Or they look like a cancer and it's a parasite. So there's a story that I'm going to share on one of my videos of someone who thought she had a brain tumor. When they went in to remove the tumor, it wasn't a tumor, it was worms. So we have so much in our body that is affecting, especially our children. We need to be able to detoxify our kids because of toxins and because of parasites. And these things are affecting their mind, their behavior, and so much more. But I have videos. We'll link it in the bottom for you to understand that. But again, why am I bringing these to the surface? It's all to bring the connection of your hair loss and nutrient deficiencies, which could be the cause of your hair loss. And what I'm sharing now is how do you get a nutrient deficiency? These are the things that can happen. So here's the biggest one and why I want you to stay here on this video with me. Now, I've already explained to you about hair loss. I already explained to you about nutritional deficiencies. I've already explained to you how a person can get a nutritional deficiency, but here is the topper for a nutritional deficiency. It's an overworked liver. Where is my liver? Where is my liver? Listen, liver health is my thing. Liver health. I want to share with you about the role your liver plays in your body. If the liver is not functioning properly, it is a domino effect with every other organ and gland in your body. You see, no organ and gland can function without the liver. The liver is the hardest or one of the hardest working organs in our body. It does about 500 jobs for you every single day. And we are sleeping on the liver. You don't even talk about the liver. It's our unsung hero. We should address the liver. And here's one thing about the liver. The liver is the only organ. That's why I know when God put that liver there, it was intentional. Because it's the only organ in our body that can regenerate itself. So the liver can start out as the size of a football and be about 3 pounds. But as our life gets stressful and as we eat things that don't apply, or as our body can't absorb the nutrients that it needs for a daily basis, this damages the liver. The liver starts to shrivel and it can literally shrivel up. But once you change your diet, Give the liver-rich foods and liver-rich supplements. It is the only organ that can go from being damaged to go back to being its normal size again. Now, if there's only one organ in our entire body that can do that, you have to understand that has to be the most powerful organ in the body, because our heart can't regenerate itself. Our brain can't regenerate itself. The cells can regenerate, but the organ itself cannot do that. Only the liver can do that. And so now I want to share with you the role the liver plays in your hair health. The liver is responsible for metabolizing hormones, including testosterone and estrogen. And an overworked liver can lead to hormonal imbalances, which are known contributors to hair loss. The liver is key in protein synthesis. Reduced protein synthesis can affect the production of keratin, the primary protein in hair. The liver also has a lot to do with overall circulation. Poor circulation to the scalp can result in inadequate nutrient delivery to hair follicles. An overworked liver may not produce enough antioxidants. Increased oxidative stress can damage hair follicles and accelerate hair loss. So again, I'm sharing with you things that you have never heard before about your hair loss. One, it's a nutrient deficiency. But what caused the nutrient deficiency? It could be because your liver is overworked. And most of us have an overworked liver and have no idea that the liver is struggling. So here's one of the things about the liver. When other organs and glands have problems, the liver comes to the rescue. It does so many things to try to keep everything pumping well, everything going in order. But because it works so hard, remember I said it does about or over 500 jobs for you every day. Imagine if you did 500 jobs, you'd be overworked too. So this liver is overworked. And when we don't eat right, when we don't get enough sleep, when we don't hydrate our bodies well, or when we have gut issues, we are putting a burden on our liver. So that hardworking liver is like, oh man, are you kidding? Oh, and when we drink too much alcohol, we are putting a burden on our liver. So if you understand the power of this liver and how the liver is your lifeblood, the liver is everything. And for many of you who are dealing with weight issues, you work hard, you go in the gym, you even got a personal trainer, but you can't get off the weight. It's because your liver is the organ that metabolizes the fat. If your liver is overworked, it can't metabolize the fat, and it's just going to store it. And that's why you got more fat in different places, arm, butt, hips, wherever. It's because the liver is like, listen, I can't do nothing for you now, so I'm just going to store it. I'm going to package it up nicely. I know you're gaining some weight, but maybe you'll figure out that I'm the issue. Maybe you start working and helping me get back in shape, and then I'll help you get back in shape. But that's the story of our liver. The liver also has a lot to do with bile production. Now, poor fat digestion can lead to deficiencies in fat-soluble vitamins. That has a lot to do with bile production. So I mentioned that you need vitamin D, but the hair also needs vitamin A, D, E, and K. This is where bile production comes into play for that reason. The liver also plays a role in blood sugar regulation. Unstable blood sugar levels can affect hair growth and the hair growth cycle. The liver stores and keeps iron, or it stores the iron, and I would say it helps to regulate in the body. So again, if you are experiencing an iron deficiency, let me get my mouth together. If you are experiencing an iron deficiency, it could very well be because of your liver. And chronic inflammation. Many of you have chronic inflammation. The doctors will tell you, I don't know why you have chronic inflammation, but here, take this pill and I'll see you in a couple of months to maintain the pain from the inflammation. Well, actually, an overworked liver can increase systematic inflammation. So if you're dealing with a lot of inflammation, we got to look at the liver. And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, so if it's the liver, what do I do? I'm going to share with you what you can do to help your liver. Also, an overworked liver may not effectively metabolize medications. So if your liver is bogged down, if your liver is damaged, if your liver is overworked, your medications aren't being absorbed into the body well. And this could lead to what I would call, when we're talking about hair loss, drug-induced hair loss, because it can exacerbate the quickness of you losing hair. So again, all of this with me sharing with you all, and for all of you who've stayed to listen to the seriousness of this, if you are experiencing hair loss, even hair issues, the two things we need to look at: hair loss, I meant to say even health issues. If you are experiencing hair loss and health issues, there are two places you need to consider. Do you have a nutritional deficiency? And is your liver overworked? There's no doubt about it. Go do your research and do the studies, and it will blow you away when you learn about the power of your liver. Let's see what else I have here for you. So now let's go in what you can do to help your body recover from these issues. One, I mentioned in the beginning that in my practice, that's something that I do. I do a hair mineral analysis that helps me find out what minerals you're deficient in. Once we find out what minerals you're deficient in, now it's a piece of cake for us to rebuild a whole new way of eating for you, using food as medicine. And the other part, I do a nutritional, the hair mineral analysis to see what you're nutritionally deficient in. And I also want to say this: when we have our pains and our problems, right? We got a pain, we go to the doctor. Hey doc, I can't sleep. I'm getting these headaches. I'm losing my hair. My back is hurting. I'm noticing that my foot swells sometime. Your doctor's looking at you, they're listening, but then they're going to give you a prescription for something. But what needs to happen? Our doctors should be looking at our minerals. That should be a part of the daily protocol, or the protocol when you go to your doctor. They should say, let's do a test of your minerals. Let's look at your nutritional levels. Because you know what? Remember, the body cannot survive without minerals and vitamins. So if the body can't survive without minerals and vitamins, that should be a place that our doctors are looking. Now, yes, our doctors, they do look at iron. They may check little things, but they don't do a full panel of calcium, magnesium, copper, zinc, potassium, phosphorus, cobalamin, sulfur, manganese. They don't check those. And every last mineral that I just mentioned play a significant role with an organ or gland inside of your body. And when these organs and glands are off balance, it tells you through pain, it tells you through problems, it tells you through symptoms. So the first thing that I want to say, oh, thanks for all the hearts. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Lady A276. So true. Yes, this stuff that I'm sharing is not made up. This is factual. These are the truth. And I come blazing with it because we're getting sicker and sicker. And if we're tired of being sick. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And because we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm sick and tired of hearing and seeing all of the misinformation, all of the misdiagnosis, when really, let's take it back to nature. Let's see what's going on in the body and let's work on that. So a nutritional deficiency is usually an issue. Your liver is struggling. And if your liver is struggling, it's going to domino effect to your gut health. It's going to domino effect because the liver and the kidneys are also their best friends. It's going to domino effect to your kidneys, or in reverse, your kidney could have the problem that's going to domino effect to your liver, who's going to domino effect to your gut health. But at the end of the day, they all work together and need each other. And what helps your kidneys, your liver, your gut health is food. The medicine is in the food. And just so you know this, even in a prescription drug, do you know that a medicine that is made, a pharmaceutical medicine, starts from a plant? But what happens is it comes from the plant. Then they do different things, add synthetics, add chemicals, expand it out so they can give it to the masses. But even in that industry, they know that food is medicine because it starts from a plant. So for all of you who are looking or who want to improve your health, who you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, what I want to share with you today is a program that I do. And this video today is not about the program, because you guys know every Friday I come on with my topic, what the health is wrong with you? But I said I'm going to share with them about the liver health program. I have something called the 7-day liver reset. I've been doing it now for many years with much success and thousands of testimonials. When your liver is struggling, remember I told you in the beginning that it is the only organ that can regenerate itself. When your liver is struggling, you just need to reset it. You need to switch the activate button on. You need to do some biological processes that can help the liver restore itself. When the liver is working well, remember I mentioned that toxins was one of the problems? Well, one of the things that the liver does is remove toxins and waste. If you have a lot of toxins in your body, that's a telltale sign that your liver is not working properly, because that's the job of the liver, to get them toxins out of there. But the liver, the 7-day, and it's only 7 days, because science and studies have shown that you can reset the liver in just 7 days. And so that's why I developed a 7-day program. Now, I have longer programs. I got 30 days, I got 60 days, I got 6 months, I got 1 year. But for someone who's really new starting this, I always say, listen, let's start with a 7-day reset. And after you've done the 7-day reset, you're going to want more. It's like, okay, Debbie, what you got for me? I passed this. I feel better. My energy is good. And you'll know when your liver is reset, because one, it impacts your energy. Your energy is amazing. Your sleep is wonderful. You'll start seeing your skin is clearing up. Your attitudes and moods will change. If you are that person that you can do a 1-2 punch to somebody real quick, so many things will change in that 7-day that you will go, oh my goodness, this really works. I want to do this. I have had people who have told me in my 7-day reset, they've lost 5 to 10 pounds. Because remember, I told you, the liver is the organ that metabolizes fat. Well, if you're holding on to fat, it's the liver. So if we reset the liver, and resetting the liver means we're feeding the liver liver-friendly foods, we're detoxifying the liver, we're giving the liver a boost. The liver is a detoxifier, but sometimes, as you know, it has problems. So we come in and we'll help push and detoxify the liver. All of this can be done starting in that 7-day cycle, and you will see how so many things about yourself will improve. And so this is what I'm going to suggest to many of you. We will leave a link here. I think she already put it there. If you're interested in joining the 7-day reset, I supply you with 7 days of the liver-rich foods. The things that you need, you will need specific supplements to assist the liver, to give it that push, and your liver will reward you in the end. And you will know the reward, because you will feel better, you will look better, you will act better. And that's because you have helped your liver. So if any of you are interested in signing up for the 7-day reset, we have placed a link here at the bottom of this video where you can sign up for it, or you can also go to whatever platform you're on. You can go to the bio or the stand store, and I'm sure there's a link there for you to learn about the 7-day reset program. But other than the 7-day reset, I also wanted to share with possibly wanting to get a hair mineral analysis. Now, that's a test that's powerful. I've been doing the hair mineral analysis testing now for about 15 years. And when I tell you your hair tells the story of your life, some of you will understand this when I say it. It's gotten to a point where if you're working in a corporate job, and it's a high-end corporate job, but before you get to start your first day, they send you up to HR, and HR is going to send you to a place where they can get samples of your hair. They used to send you to go get a pee test because they want to see if you're taking drugs. They want to make sure, are you fit for my company? They're not doing that. Most companies aren't doing that anymore. They're getting samples of hair. Why? Because your hair holds everything that you're doing. And if you're doing drugs, that sample of hair is going to tell on you. But that's the reason why I do a hair mineral analysis in my program, because you're coming to me for help. You're coming to me because there are health issues that you're dealing with that you didn't get answers somewhere else. Well, for me, it's like, okay, well, let's start with seeing what the body is trying to tell you. And that's where we start with that sample. Now, there's two ways to do a hair mineral analysis. You could just order the test. I'll send a link here for you. The results, when the results come back, I literally review the results and put a plan in action for you, and then I send that to you. Or you can do a hair mineral analysis with a consultation with me. Now, the consultation is the big part because one, that consultation means I'm going to literally person to person, one-to-one, go over your hair mineral analysis with you. Otherwise, if you don't want to do the consultation, because yes, that service is going to cost a little more, you can just order the hair mineral analysis. I'm still reviewing it. It's just you're not getting a one-on-one conversation from me. I'm writing everything down for you and telling you this is what's going on in your body. These are what the minerals are you're lacking. This is what you're good at. These are the toxins you have. Here are some of the foods you need to eat. And that's how it is. But everybody, even when somebody buy that program, they always come back and go, I need more. I need to have a conversation with you. I need a consultation. And it's fine. But I'm very transparent. And so this is why I'm telling you here on this live that there's two ways to do a hair mineral analysis. If you want to do it with me, directly assisting you and telling you, and you know, when we get on it's a Zoom, it's down to the nitty gritty. We're going to turn it up. But if you just want the test, and just want me to provide you what you need, we can do that. So here today, I'm sharing with you, if you want to do the 7-day reset, let's do it. If you want to do a hair mineral analysis, let's do it. If you want to do both, because at the end of the day, they are all needed for your health journey. If you're trying to go on this healthy journey, you got to see where you start so you can know how you're going to finish. That was pretty good. So I want to thank you all for joining me today on my What the Health is Wrong with You. Before we go, as you know, all of you who've been on my lives, my team always want me to tell you guys what goodies I have for you. Well, for one, I have a private channel now, and this is for YouTube, but I know we're on other platforms. On my private channel, I give you a little extra. We have 3 types of channels that you can subscribe to. It's a subscription-based channel where you get never before seen videos, and we're still building up the channel. You get a lot of things that I don't post here or on my YouTube channel for the public. And so I have 3 levels to choose from. The first one is the Nourish Nation. That's my crew, the Nourish Nation. And what you get in that is some shout outs, you get a badge, and you get special stuff too. And then I have the Thrive Tribe. Say that 3 times fast. And they get early access to my new videos, behind the scene photos, and my personal life, my family, and different things, and exclusive updates and juicing and all of that, because you know I'm about that juicing world all day long. And then we have the 3rd level, which are the Glow Getters. Now they get monthly recipes, exclusive video, private live chats, and so much more. So if you want to be a part of my private tribe, please come over into YouTube and sign up for one of my different channels. That's just personal for me and you. Now, before I go, there's a couple of things I wanted to share with you all. Like you all know, I'm a nutritionist. Started out as a hairstylist first. Now my goal is to bring awareness and inspiration to all those who listen about hair health, skin health, and just health as a whole. But prior to me being a nutritionist, when I was a stylist, I developed a hair care line because I knew that chemical products from the scalp can seep into the body. And many products that you don't know can very well be carcinogenic. And so I have a hair care line that's plant-based. And this week we are promoting different things on the hair care line. I don't see that here. Yes. So what we have here this week, it says for the first 50 people to make a purchase on Hair and Scalp Med, you are going to get a free Pure 7 1 ounce. Now, let me take this out. This hair oil, and I did a video explaining to people why hair oil is needed. hair oil is very much so needed because, again, it provides, if it's a good oil, it's providing nutrients to the scalp. Again, everything that's about me is about nutrition. So you'll get this bottle free for the first 50 people who's going to order off of the Hair and Scalp Med site. And just to share a little bit about the type of products that I developed as a nutritionist, I wanted plant-based products. I wanted clean products. So practically everything in my line begins with aloe vera. I have a aloe vera shampoo. It's a detoxifying shampoo because most of us, when we shampoo, these shampoos are still leaving a buildup of film on the hair, a buildup of film on the scalp. And if there's a buildup on your scalp, it's clogging pores. It's not going to help in hair growth. So this is why I developed a detoxifying shampoo that also comes with its deep conditioning conditioner. And they both, the base of it is aloe vera. Now, if you go take a look at your shampoo and conditioners that you have and you turn the bottle over, the first ingredient that most people see is agua or water. That's in everything you do. The first ingredient in most products, it's water. Well, the first ingredient is, and mine is organic aloe vera. Why? Because I wanted it to be more aloe vera than anything else. Why is the first ingredient water in most products? Because water don't cost much. And they'll put this amount of water and this amount of product. Well, mine is very different. We got this amount of aloe vera and this amount of product. So if you want to try my aloe vera shampoo and conditioning system, it's made for all hairs, all textures. It's a vegan formula. It's pH balanced. That's another thing. When you're washing your hair, you need to know if the shampoo that you're using has a low pH, because anything over 6, I would say, opens the cuticle. And if you're not using a conditioner to close the cuticle, you are exposing your hair to damage. So this is why I developed a line that is there to protect the hair. The site is hairandScalpMeds.com. I think we'll leave a link there for you. So again, you have to use the code LIVE82 to get the free Pure 7. And this is the first product I ever developed. It's developed with rosemary, it's developed with thyme, it's developed with so many different herbs. Why? Rosemary stimulates the follicle. And if something stimulates the follicle, that means in that stimulation, which the blood is in that stimulation, is bringing nutrients. So I developed, my entire line was me trying to figure out, how do I get nutrients to the scalp? How do I do this? And creating this natural, all 100% natural oil that I actually have had now for probably about 15 years. It ain't going nowhere. I've been selling this for 15 years and it's still one of my #1 sellers, and I don't really market it or advertise it. But, and when I developed it, I was still in the chair as a stylist, and I was just using it for my clients only. And by word of mouth, it became very, very popular, and it still is today. So if you order something from Hair and Scalp Meds, you will get a free bottle of, a free one ounce bottle of my Pure 7 hair oil. Now, they want me to tell you guys to get a free sample of, my morning mist. So, all of you who know me know that I just developed a skincare line. Why did I develop a skincare line? Because I wanted to be a part of the solution and not the problem. Many beauty care products contains chemicals that is disrupting our endocrine system, that is a carcinogenic and can cause cancer. The product, the label, the ingredients on the product, if you just Google the ingredient and look it up, you will see that a lot of them are carcinogens. I didn't want to be a part of the problem. I wanted to be a part of the solution. And another reason why I wanted to do that is because of something I'm doing a big video on it, and I want you to prepare for it. Something called xenoestrogen. Many beauty care products contain xenoestrogen chemicals. Now, what's xenoestrogen? Xenoestrogen is when we put these lotion, potions, and creams on our body and hair, or even household products. We're ingesting them, we're smelling them, we're inhaling them, and they're chemicals. And these chemicals are disrupting our estrogen levels. And so what happens is most of us, we become estrogen dominant because this xenoestrogen mimics our normal estrogen. And this is why many of us have a lot of health issues, including thyroid issues. It is because of too much estrogen being produced in the body based off of too many chemicals that we're putting on our body that is disrupting our body system and causing this. So again, I didn't want to be a part of the problem. I wanted to be a part of the solution. So with that, I developed an entire skincare line from a facial cleanser, toner, hyaluronic acid, a vitamin C serum, a moisturizer, an eye gel, a sunscreen, the whole line. Because I said, I can't. And that was one of the reasons why I developed the hair care line. I didn't want to be a part of the problem. I wanted to be a part of the solution. And if somebody was to come to me and go, well, what product should I use? I started thinking, I can't recommend this because it has this in it. So what better to do? To create my own. So our skincare line this week, you will get a free, now this is the morning mist. This is my best product ever. And it's terrible that I developed it, right? But I developed it, but I wasn't using it. I started using it after I started looking at all the reviews of everybody who was purchasing my sample pack, and they was talking about how the morning mist was so amazing. And I was like, okay, everybody's talking about this morning mist. Maybe I need to try the whole, I wasn't trying my whole line. I'm just being transparent. I'm just telling you the truth. Then I started using it on a daily basis, and I was like, yo, this stuff is the bomb. This is what's up. I knew what I was doing when I put it together. It's just like my hair care line. A lot of times I'll use my shampoo and conditioner, but I might not use everything because most of the time I keep my hair in braids. But morning mist is a toner. A toner should never be missed in your cleaning process. This morning mist, we are giving away free samples of, this is the sample. This is the bottle, but we want you to try the sample because if you try the sample, you coming back for more. We're giving away free samples of it. All you got to do is pay for shipping. It's a very limited amount, and once it's sold out, it's done for. So if you want to try the Morning Mist Toner, then I want you to go over to my skincare site, pure7naturals.com, and we will also leave that. I can see she already left that link there, and you can click the link. She said, get yours or click the link in the comment. Okay, you can go to pure7naturals.com or you can click the link in the comment to try the sample, and it's free. All you got to do is pay for shipping. And this week, just for trying the skincare line, we're doing 20% off the entire skincare line. I am loving it. I'm getting great testimonials. If some of you want to try it and want to be one of my testers, please let me know because the line is amazing. It is an aloe vera based product also. I use aloe vera for everything. The product of the month is our aloe vera bundle. That's going back to the hair care line. And it is 10% off with the code August10. All of these notes are here. So you guys click on the link, try the product, give me your thoughts. If you don't like it, tell me. I need to know these things. If there's something you don't like, you be like, listen, Debbie, I tried it and it didn't work for me. I understand everything can't work for everybody, but just understand when I built my skincare line and I developed my hair care line, I developed it with love, passion, and soul because I felt people are needing these. People are looking for this. They can't find it. And some of the really good products, they're so expensive. And so you're not buying it because you're like, yeah, I'm not spending $90 for a little bottle of this. So I felt I need to give you quality at an affordable price. That's based off of everything that I do. The last thing I want to tell you guys is I need you all to help me reach 1,000 followers on my Pure 7 Naturals TikTok page. Now, if you go to my Ask Debbie About Health TikTok page, I'm almost at 2 million. I'm doing my thing on TikTok. Here on YouTube, we are hitting 650,000. I am doing my thing on YouTube. And Facebook, we're about 200, 300,000. We are doing our thing. But I just recently put out the Pure 7 Natural TikTok page, and she is not doing her thing. I don't know what TikTok is doing, but I feel like they have me in algorithm jail. We are pushing out posts, but we are not getting the love. And so we need you to go over there and follow me at Pure 7 Naturals on TikTok. Now, when you do that, you will be entered to win the entire line. We are giving away the entire line, which is 8 pieces. All you have to do to enter, and you first off, you have to go to the page, right? Then you have to like a post. You need to comment on the post. And then you need to share that post with a friend. That automatically puts you in to win the entire line. The entire line is a cleanser, this amazing morning mist toner, your hyaluronic acid serum, your vitamin C serum, your eye gel, your sunscreen, your moisturizer. And I even have a nighttime retinol for you. Oh, I can talk about retinol all day. I was sleeping on that too. But our bodies need that at night to help new cells come in and make that skin look so gorgeous, so smooth and healthy. So guys, thank you so much for staying on my live today. I appreciate you all. When I come, you know I come with the realness. I come with being transparent. I'm here to help. I'm here to assist. I am here to inspire. I will see you next Friday on my next live.